This video will cover voiced and voiceless letters. Okay, so let's talk about voiced and voiceless letters. So in Russian, we have some letters that are pronounced without voice, with our vocal cords just being strong, and we really use our voice when pronouncing them. And then we have some letters which we don't use our vocal cords nearly as much, and we mainly focus on our mouth. And the way you can test is, if you're using your vocal cords, is just put your hand to your throat and say these letters and just feel the vibration in your throat. For the voiced letters, you'll feel a lot of vibration. For the voiceless ones, you shouldn't feel so much vibration. Okay, so here are the voiced letters. G, D, Z, Ž, B, V, L, R, M, N. Okay, so those are the voiced letters. So put your hand to your throat and you say them. You should feel your voice, rumble a lot. You should feel your vocal cords really working. So once again, I'll just go through them one more time. G, D, Z, Ž, B, V, L, R, M, N. As for the voiceless ones, these would be C, Ch, Sh, H, K, T, S, Sh, P, F. Once again, C, Ch, Sh, H, K, T, S, Sh, P, F. So these ones, you shouldn't feel your voice vibrate nearly as much as you did with the voiced letters. Now, an important thing you have to remember, and this is going to be important for the next couple of sort of rules I'm going to cover, is that there are a few pairs within these voiced and voiceless letters. So there are a group of voiced letters which have a voiceless counterpart and vice versa. So the voiced have a voiceless counterpart, and the same for the voiceless ones which have the voiced counterpart. So like I just explained, the voiced ones will be said with your voice, and the voiceless ones are said in pretty much the exact same way as the voiced ones. The voiced ones, they will be said the same way, but you won't be using your sort of vocal cords nearly as much. You're using the same movement with your mouth, but you won't be making the same noise because you're not using your throat as much. So I'll go for these pairs now. So I'll say voice first and then the voiceless. B, P, V, F, G, K, D, T, Ž, Š, Z, S. And again, B, P, V, F, G, K, D, T, Ž, Š, Z, S. So if you can, try to print print these pairs off if you can find them, because we'll be talking about these over the next couple of rules. So one important rule we have to remember when talking about voiced and voiceless consonants is that if we have a voiced consonant placed directly before a voiceless consonant, then that voiced consonant will become its voiceless version. So we can have like a B, and if it's placed before a voiceless consonant, it will become its voiceless variant, which is P. So let's look at some examples. So we can take a word like phonetic, which is pronounced with a F sound at the beginning. But it's not written with a F at the beginning, it's written with a V at the beginning. But you don't say phonetic, you say phonetic. And that's because the T sound, which is the second letter, that is a voiceless consonant, and as a result of it being voiceless and the consonant before it being voiced, that voiced consonant will become its voiceless variant. So a word like, that is written like phonetic will become phonetic because V becomes F as its voiceless counterpart. And phonetic means Tuesday. Then we can take a word like всё, which is once again is pronounced with a F at the beginning, but it's written like всё with a V sound. But because S is a voiceless consonant and it's the second letter right after the voiced consonant, then the first voiced consonant will become voiceless. So as a result, once again, the V becomes a F. And всё means everything. So let's go through a few sounds now, and then we'll go through a few words. So if we have a sound like B, K, because of the voiceless consonant K coming after the voiced consonant b, it will not be spoken like b, k, it will be pronounced like p, k, because p is the voiceless variant of b, and b is the voiced one. So b is the voiced one, p is the voiceless variant. So because the second letter is a k, which is a voiceless consonant, then the previous consonant, which is voiced, will become voiceless. It's the same with other letters, all within the same pairs that I had showed you before. So z, k will become s, k, d, k will become t, k, and r, k will become sh, k. It's the same with all the pairs. So we can take a word like всегда, which is spelled v, s, y, g, d, a. So it's spelled like всегда, but it's spoken всегда, because the s is a voiceless consonant and it is placed after the voiced consonant, which is v, and as a result the v becomes its voiceless variant, which is f. So v becomes f, which makes it sound like всегда. It's still written the same way, but it's just voiced differently. Another word would be вчера, which means yesterday. So you say вчера, which is, and it's written v, ch, y, r, a, but you don't say вчера, you say вчера. Same rule. Take a word like вторник, which is spelled v, t, o, r, n, i, k, вторник, which is Tuesday. Once again, you say вторник, you don't say вторник.